is heavy friending. I'm friending you so hard. An alliance slowly forming like a boner in my heart. So if you wanna fucking friend me, better give me all you got. No, I don't take this lightly, cause it's heavy, heavy friending.
There is an eagle flying.
Hey, Heavy Frienders. My name's Laura Lee Bishop, sitting here with my best friend, Joe Barlow.
Guys, hi.
This is Heavy Friending.
It's a good show.
Yep, we're feeling fantastic, and I just hit a bird with my car.
Just?
I just hit a bird with my car.
When?
On the way here.
No, on the way to your own house?
Yeah. It was in the road. It was in the road. It was like sitting, it was like walking across the road. And it was on a road where everyone was going fast and there were people behind me.
Was it a chicken? Because there's a thing about a chicken crossing a road.
I know. That's so many things flashed through my mind in a moment. Mm-hmm. Of course, the first thing was chicken crossing the road.
Why did it do that?
Why? I wanted to roll my window down and say, why are you doing? Everyone wants to know. But I realized it was like a pigeon. So I thought, it's not going to know why the chicken did it. Because it's not why did the pigeon cross the road.
Where did it strike the vehicle?
It was like
waddling?
Just in the street. And I was like, there's a bird in the street. I was on the phone with John. And I go, there's a bird in the street. My husband, John, there's a bird in the street. And I kind of popped my brakes. I wasn't thinking about the person behind me. I was thinking about this poor bird, I was risking my life, the people behind me's lives. There may have been a baby on board back there.
Yeah.
Also, I want to say something. Why do people put baby on board signs on their cars?
I actually learned why.
Okay, please.
It's not so that you drive better. Although I think that's how people interpret it.
Okay.
They're like, oh, I heard you drive well. I'm not going to hit you now because you have a baby on board. No, it's actually apparently for first responders. If you crash your car and then they go, oh, there's a baby on board. I need to look for a baby.
Also seems like something for a child predator, but just...
Okay.
So,
well, I mean, there's unintended
win some
things.
And you lose some.
Well, but the problem is that if someone leaves the baby on board thing, then the argument is they're actually putting these first responders in danger because now they're looking in a burning vehicle for something that's not there.
Oh God.
So
yeah.
So if you have those baby on board things, you make sure your baby's on the board.
Or exactly. And if they're not, take your fucking sign down.
Yep.
Because then you're a liar at that point.
And then you're. I wonder if you could be sued for that. If
hopefully,
if someone got hurt.
Hopefully, and I feel like that should be probably something pressing to talk with our next president about when we have them on the podcast.
Mike Pence?
Nope. The Democrat who's elected. But I wouldn't call Mike Pence a president, just like I've never called Donald Trump a president.
There's an inquiry.
An inquiry.
Yeah.
So anyway, a bird died. How do
you know it died?
Well, I hit it. I hit it. It tried to. Then I went, get out of the way, and I thought it was going to fly, and it kind of started to flap, and then. I went. Now I didn't hear a noise, but I saw it tumble.
Why do you think was he old? Was he maybe?
I think maybe it was injured because it couldn't fly away. And then it tumbled to the right, and I saw that car. That car did the final blow, perhaps.
So it was an assist.
And then I was on the phone with John when that happened, my husband, and I screamed, "There's a bird! Oh God, I hit a bird! I hit a bird!" And then he just arrived at home a few minutes ago, and he said, "I saw your dead bird." So he did see the dead bird. So that
literally did happen just now.
Yeah, just now.
Oh, I guess I didn't know.
Yeah, just now. Just now. I'm a murderer.
Because you walked in, did you tell me?
No.
No.
You know what's fucked up is I was like really sad that I hit it, and then I completely forgot I hit it until John said, "I saw your dead bird." And I guess that's nature, you know?
So here, you were in the driveway getting out of your car, and you were like singing to yourself.
I was.
You had the radio on, and you were just singing.
Yeah, about the sweet.
So now I didn't, but it was kind of a little bit of a wistful song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was a sad song.
Perhaps...
I got it out with the song, I think and so
helped.
then I let it go.
Because I came up and I said something to you. You didn't acknowledge me.
I put one finger up. I said one.
You said one second, and you're just harmonizing beautifully.
Love hurts.
Yeah. And now it all makes sense.
Yep. So that's what I just did. Murder.
Okay.
What did you just do?
Well, I did some things related to what this episode is about.
Oh, okay, great.
But I did want to explain real quick, if this is your first time listening to the show, it's a murder-based podcast.
Yes.
We discuss...
Well, only bird murders.
Bird murd.
Yes.
And that's what I like.
Yeah.
If you go back, there's an episode I think called The Birds.
Yeah.
And it's about me wanting to kill birds.
Yes.
So I guess this is a running theme, but actually this is a friendship-based podcast. It's
yes.
about
Austin's number one friendship-based podcast.
And you know, I actually said that on the red carpet multiple times.
Good, great.
And some people took it as a joke, and some people just let me proceed like it wasn't a joke, which I think is even stranger.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, the show is heavy friending. Laura and I didn't know each other. Then we started a podcast. Now we know each other
really well.
And some would say we're friends.
I know about the mole on your dick. So,
well, and so do our listeners.
Yep.
So yeah, I went to Fantastic Fest to cover the red carpet.
Was it fantastic?
Yes.
This is like a Fantastic Fest wrap up because Fantastic Fest just ended.
It's the
next week.
Yeah, week. Mm-hmm.
It's Monday here. If you're listening to this as soon as the episode comes out.
It ended on Thursday.
Planet Earth is where we are, guys.
We're on Earth,
within
Central
the Milky Way
time
galaxy. Yeah. So was it fantastic?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't do much. All I did was go to this red carpet.
Okay.
But it's a fun atmosphere. You got
there's hustle and bustle.
Film nerds. You know, they have a lot of it's called a genre film festival. So there's
what's the genre? Tell me about Fantastic Fest a little bit.
I think they focus on like horror and sci-fi and maybe just some weird exotic films.
That's correct. That was his test.
Oh, you knew.
Yeah, we have to keep each other on our toes and make each other better.
What would happen if I had failed?
I would have corrected you and helped you to learn.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Because it feels like a trap. Like, oh, I got you.
No, it's not.
You didn't.
I got you, bitch. Got you. Fantastic Fest wrap up. Wrap up. Fantastic Fest wrap up.
I mean, I can't wrap up the fest because I only went to one thing.
Okay.
So this is really a wrap up of
just the one thing I went to. Okay. Well, that's,
But it's sort of, in a way, it's an exclusive.
Sure.
Because who else is really just focusing on one part?
And I wasn't there. This is something we did apart. And guys, when you have friends, listen, you can't do everything together. You can't do everything. You may plan your outfits to match. Which we've done this week.
A lot.
Yesterday we did, actually. You may, take a bath together, one on one end, one on the other. You may wash each other's little toesy woesies. But sometimes you got to kind of go and do things on your own. And so I think it was nice that you went without me to this.
I didn't really want to because I remember I messaged you and you're like, oh, I can't go.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool, I don't really want to go alone.
Yeah.
But then you said something to me.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you said?
I said, you're a pro.
You said I'm a pro.
You are a pro. This is what you do.
Well, but
I'm an amateur. You're a pro.
I don't like going places alone, though.
Yeah.
I like to have someone there, whether it's a camera person that will support me, when I go, ooh, that was bad, right? And then they go, no, it wasn't that bad. You're okay.
Yeah.
But I did listen back to these little interviews I got, and I felt pretty good about it.
Okay,
Like,
good.
I didn't think they were horrible. So the red carpet I went to was for a movie that premiered at Fantastic Fest.
Okay.
And it's cool because it's a movie called VHYes, and it's a movie that they shot on VHS.
It's great.
So this is what we're talking about. This is that weird genre.
And it's so me. It's like everything
so
I love.
you.
It's so me. Just for the listeners, if it's your first time listening, I have an alter ego called Primo the Alien. I make music. It's 80s synth pop and VHS.
Yeah, you
the look
should
of
have
VHS
done
is like
the
my
soundtrack
whole
for this movie.
I would have loved to do that. Maybe VHYes part 2. Is it a no?
Well, they got some
Question mark.
They got a lot of funding on Kickstarter.
Music by Primo the Alien.
So Kickstarter.
Oh, Kickstarter. Okay.
So, but the guy who directed it is the son of Susan Sarandon, who was there. I saw her. She's wearing red glasses.
Yeah.
And Tim Robbins, who is also famous.
Right. And
what are they famous for?
For fucking each other.
No, I was talking about on screen.
Oh, okay. Tim Robbins.
Yeah, tell me their IMDb just off the top of your head.
For me, he's famous for that hula hoop,
What?
That straw. Remember that movie where he was like designing something and it was a circle? And that would be his design every time. And then like at one point it was a hula hoop, then it was a straw.
What are you talking about?
Fuddrucker?
That's a restaurant.
No, I'm telling you, it's a movie. Listeners out there know what I'm talking about, especially Fantastic Festers.
Yeah, because we probably have a lot of nerds listening.
Oh, don't say that.
No, that's a term of an endearment.
Yeah.
Wait, so that's the movie you know him from?
Yeah, that's it.
A movie about a ring?
And the one with Susan Sarandon would be a film in which she had a daughter, and her daughter was her babysitter, but she didn't know it was her daughter. And that was a Lifetime movie of some sort. And I believe it was Susan Sarandon. And you know who's in it? Emily Blunt, before she was famous.
Okay. Well, thank you for clarifying. Yep. If people didn't know those
now they
two
know.
very famous
also, they're
actors.
very famous for fucking each other. That's like another thing they do.
And then if they're famous for that, then their son is famous for being the result.
Son?
He's the director.
Yeah, but is he the son of both of them? Or just one of them? Okay, I'm just wondering.
Yeah. Jack Henry Robbins. He's the Tim Robbins. He kept the Robbins.
I didn't know Robbins had an S on it. I always thought it was Robin.
That's Robin Williams. You're thinking of.
Oh, okay, sure.
But there is
Tim
an S
Robin
at the
Williams.
end of Robin Williams too.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, so that I think the Sarandon Robbins combo that kind of got me. But then also who was supposed to be there was Thomas Lennon.
Oh.
And Kerri Kenney from Reno 911.
Yes, Lieutenant Jim Dangle and Deputy Trudy Weigel.
Yep. But the way red carpets work sometimes is you don't always get everybody, and not everyone shows up.
It's hard.
So we only got a few interviews, or I should say I did.
But it was like I was with you though, right? Did you, when you were there, would you think Laura would have thought that was funny, or Laura probably would have done a little funny little zing
I don't
right
think
then.
I was thinking about you. Although someone looked, I was wearing I was trying to dress cool.
It feels punitive the way you said it too. But,
and someone said I looked hot.
Who said you looked hot?
Just a random nerd.
Oh my God, were you sweating though?
Not at that point. I did
but
later.
Were your cheeks red and
No. She said.
Did they offer you water?
No, because. No, the first thing she said was,
okay.
I like your, I was wearing a blazer. Mm-hmm. She's like, I like your blazer. And I was like, oh, thank you. And then she sort of lingered.
Man, she was trying to bang.
You look hot. And I was like,
man, these Fantastic Festers are thirsty.
Well, I think, as I was very thirsty because I got sweaty after a while. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
So let's get to our first interview.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
It's with the director, Jack Henry Robbins, as I said.
Okay.
And let's go now to me on the red carpet.
This is so not analog.
This?
Yeah, right?
No, this wouldn't make it in the movie. There's an iPhone.
So sad, right?
Yeah.
I grew up, I was born in 1988, so
cool.
I feel like it was starting to drift off.
Yeah.
But I had, a cassette player, a digital, recorder. What do you think, growing up with that type of technology, how do you think that's different from just growing up where your phone does everything?
Well, okay, so I think the interesting thing is VHS was kind of one of the births of the first time you could film yourself and film your own movies or whatever. It was cheap, it was easy, and it kind of gave birth to this consumerism. Not consumerism, but this do-it-yourself kind of filmmaking, which led to some of the weirdest, worst shit ever, the late night television. And that's kind of what my movie's about. It's about a 12-year-old boy who records over his parents' wedding tape unknowingly, and pretty much you see the tape getting recorded over his personal life and also what he watched on television, how they all blend together.
Did you ever, is this based on true events in your life?
Someone in my crew's friend recorded over their parents' wedding tape, Die Hard, which was pretty dark. But no, this never happened to me, but I was always, my first foray was mini DV, so I'm a little bit younger than this movie, but I wanted to bring VHS into it because I think it's great for comedy, and our two Sundance shorts were shot on analog tape.
So in the Robbins household, I feel like everyone has some VHS tapes that were go-to, you wore them out. What were they in your house?
Oh man, Fantasia. Love that movie. That was always so trippy. Fantasia was great. What else? I remember watching The Big Green a lot. Do you remember that movie? The soccer film? Classic. But yeah, Pee-wee's Playhouse. We had that on tape. I still watch that shit. I have that around, so yeah.
What's the best movie you think? Because I am co-host of the #1 friendship-based podcast in Austin.
Oh, cool.
So I was going to ask you what the best movie to watch with a friend is.
Oh, man. Harry Met Sally. No, I'm kidding. Maybe, if you want to be romantic. Best friendship pod. I mean, God, I'm trying to think of like buddies. Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes just asked me, like, put me on the spot about the scariest movie I've ever seen. Maybe just like E.T. would just like make me feel so full of love. But it's not really about friendship, but it kind of is. Yeah. E.T. would be up there for me.
It's interspecial friendship.
Yes, especially, and just that movie's so brilliant and adorable. So.
Well, thank you so much. I can't wait to see your movie VHS.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, man. I hope you guys check it out.
Whoa, what a fun time.
There you have it, E.T.
It's interesting you said E.T. too, because I'm an alien. And we have kind of an interspecies thing going on.
That's from the 90s, right? Or is it the 80s?
E.T.?
Yeah.
I think it's earlier, and maybe like early 80s, very early 80s.
So there you go. It's 80s and it's alien.
Yeah.
It's you.
It's me. Yeah, that was based on a true story.
He also accepted that it's the #1.
He did. He said, and he
He's
didn't
like,
just accept it. He said it was cool.
Oh, cool.
He said it was cool. Our podcast was cool. So
he said,
you know,
cool.
There's
so
a little
maybe,
press for you
actually,
guys.
We should leave a review, like make an account that's his name.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, cool. 5 stars.
Yeah. I feel like that was implied when he said cool, that it was 5 stars. Don't you think?
Yes.
Seemed like he really meant it.
I could tell it was that thing where you meet your hero. And like, it was obvious that he knew who I was.
Oh, yeah,
and respected me. And, and he was trying to hold it back.
Off mic, like where I was or anything?
He didn't, not with words.
Right. And so we get that though.
Yeah, but it
happens
was
all the
there.
time where people,
the one thing I will say is
people always ask for my autograph too, but they don't say it with words. I just take a Sharpie and I'll just go across their face really fast.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes, and then they like start yelling, and it's like, calm down. I know you got what you wanted,
earlier?
But like, yeah.
That's funny.
Anyway.
That's funny. And yeah, that happens to me, but I don't usually.
You don't have the Sharpie on
I don't
hand.
engage in touching people.
Okay. Well, teach his own.
Yes.
Cool. So who else did you talk to?
Who else? Well, I mentioned Kerri Kenney, of course. Trudy Weigel from Reno 911. She's in this movie.
I think she's one of the funniest people. Just naturally fucking funny, that lady.
She was, but she was a little nervous. It seemed like I don't know how many red carpets.
Yeah,
and I think she was the first person I talked to. Mm-hmm. So, but I think I was the first person maybe she talked to too. And she was sweet and she was very funny.
Oh, I'd love to have her just on the podcast. I just want to meet her.
She's on it. She's on it right now. She's about to be on the podcast.
Yeah, but I want to talk to her because I really like her.
She was shorter than expected, I will say.
I could
Tim Robbins, very tall.
If she's listening, while we're talking about bodies, they on Reno 911, they're always trying to make her out to be some like fucking weirdo, and they put her in like these ugly bras and these high ass fucking granny panties and shit. But you know what? That bitch has got a nice body. Okay. Well, killer rack. Wow. Very svelte. Just beautiful lady, and also very funny. That's my setup for the clip. Well, that's
what I care about, is that she's a funny, engaging guest.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like, it's nice to see how someone tricks you, and so she's so funny with her body that she looks like this like frumpy lady on there when she's actually like really hot. That's all I'm saying.
Well, let's go now to the hot gal herself.
Yes.
Kerri Kenney.
How are you?
I co-host the Heavy Friending podcast.
Oh, right on.
It's the #1 friendship-based podcast in Austin.
Come on.
That's what we tell
Not number 2.
Not number 2. Why would number 2 be here?
No.
I wanted to ask you about VHS tapes.
Yes.
In your life, what have been the ones that you think are the best to watch with a friend?
Okay, I have one of me doing a play that I wrote about immigration, circa 1984, and I play many characters I'm an old Italian man coming off a ship. I'm an old German man coming off of a ship.
A lot of ship.
Well, we had a deck on the back of our house, and I thought it looked like a ship. So I had a tripod. I had lots of hats and a couple of blankets.
How can I see this?
It is going to be released, a wide release.
Is this true?
In CinemaScope in 2064, I believe, is the release. Well, we want to really build it up before we do the release.
This is not the first time you've spoken about this. You do this all the time.
You're hearing it here first.
Wow.
I saved
I'm the number one.
I saved it for the #1 friend podcast, specifically in Austin.
Thank you. And final question.
Yes.
Do you think we could be friends?
I feel like it's going well so far, but the night is young.
Oh, I could blow it.
Oh, I could blow it.
Oh, I doubt it.
You're going to do fine.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Okay. Nice to meet you. I want to hear your podcast.
Oh, it's #1.
Ooh, sexy voice.
Okay. Well, I
voice to match that bod.
I care about the content.
A voice to match that bod.
And she was very funny.
She's very funny.
And I think she's going to listen because she sounded like
if you're listening,
excited.
hey, sexy.
Okay.
I'm single.
She's perfect. I did tell you this. Which happens on red carpets because they're busy. They got places to go.
And hey, I've been
it's a festival.
Been to a red carpet or two in my day.
Right.
Okay.
With me and on this podcast. But yeah, they're like, oh, you only get 2 questions. So it's hard because you'd obviously, if I had the chance, I'd love to ask Kerri Kenney 100 questions.
Exactly.
And then they tell you 2 questions and you're like,
but this is my problem with it. How about make your fucking red carpet a little bit longer?
Well, but
more time. You're there to promote the movie. And this is like the main time is this red carpet. You're going to get all these publications. Maybe maybe make it a little bit longer amount of time.
I mean, I think that's the goal, but I think what happens is because like they didn't go on until a little later than, so if things get pushed back and you never know why and you don't know, because then
I don't know why.
Like Tim Robbins didn't do any interviews and neither did Susan Sarandon. But it said that
would have
they
been nice
would
to help their son. But
well, I think because I actually took a photo of Tim Robbins. He kind of stepped to the side and let his son pose for photos and stuff. So I think that's. I think for them, they were like, "This is our son's movie." They, I think they're both executive producers on this movie
because people are going to go, "That's the guy from Fuddrucker."
I think they're in the movie too. But
they are in the movie?
I think, but like small roles. So I think to them, they're like, yeah, we're here, but we're almost here because he's our son, not because we're like famous movie stars.
Right.
But not to not to put down, this red carpet experience. Like I'm very thankful that we were allowed to participate.
I just always have
big thanks to Fonz
ideas.
PR.
I've got a lot of ideas.
Well, I don't think it's a bad idea, but I know they're always juggling things. It's not as simple as like give heavy friending 20 minutes with each A-list celebrity.
They wouldn't regret it. That's all I'm going to say.
Who, the celebrities?
Big thanks. I want to say big thanks to Fonz PR, but also you give us a you give us a tight 20, you won't regret it. Okay? No one's going to regret it.
Well, yeah. And also give us a tight 20 and give us like a soundproof room.
Oh, that would be...
Because I'm getting harassed sexually.
What
where people are saying, you're hot. Let me,
maybe
make out with you.
Maybe we should bring something with us, like a big, like a refrigerator box. Go inside of it and then have them, we can stand in it.
That's a fun idea.
Cut a hole where they can stick their head in and it will isolate.
Stephen Colbert does that on his show.
Oh, he does?
But it's with a small box and it's just their heads in there.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a small box on like a stool or something.
I don't think anyone would complain about that. Definitely not celebrities. They'd probably enjoy it, right?
Well, they do it on that show, but it is like...
with Stephen Colbert, who's another celebrity.
But they get hot in there.
You guys think you're so great you can't put your head in a box with just an ordinary person like us?
I think they might. I think that would be a funny thing that they would do. And then, you could have the mics in there. So you wouldn't have
now
to,
you're isolated.
because that's the thing, too, is like I'm holding my recorder and my microphone and stuff. It's hard.
People don't know what goes on behind the scenes,
It's tricky, but we're professionals and we're happy to participate.
The show must go on.
And again, Fonz PR, God bless you. And thanks for letting us participate. I think that's basically, we have one more interview.
I'm still reeling from that other interview.
Why are you
Kerri.
so aroused?
I don't know. I just, something about her gets me going.
She was great. She was just like a kind person and just very funny.
Yeah.
And also like, I think she was
H-O-T.
telling the truth about that
She was.
thing.
She was.
So that's weird. I want to see that.
That VHS.
Release the tape.
I made a VHS when I was in junior high. Yeah, it's out there somewhere. And let's just hope it never sees the light of day.
Is it the kind of thing if you become famous,
It will embarrass me
they
greatly.
will sell it?
It's
Someone like it'll
embarrassing.
be worth money?
Yeah, what's so bad maybe. It's really embarrassing.
Is it a night vision video?
No,
or
it's
what?
a dramatic film of sorts. Yeah, that with my friends we acted in it. And I
everyone's got
directed
those.
it.
Sure, yeah.
And it's just bad. Okay.
All right. So final thoughts, and then we can get to our last interview.
Final thoughts?
Yeah.
Fantastic Fest. I didn't go to Fantastic Fest. I didn't attend it, but a lot of people did, and they seemed like they had a really great time. You included. It seems fantastic. Okay. Fantastic Fest wrap up. Wrap up. Fantastic Fest wrap up. Wrapping it up. Wrapping it up. Wrapping up Fantastic Fest. So that's how I feel about it.
I like.
If I had to express it in the way that I'm most known for, and my best form of expression, that's what
music.
I would do.
Are you going to add like a beat and like instrumentation around that?
If I have a click playing, here, let me. Fantastic Fest wrap up, wrap up, Fantastic Fest wrap up, wrapping it up, Fantastic Fest, happy friending, Austin's #1 friendship-based podcast.
Thank you for that.
Yep, you're welcome.
And I just wanted to say again, thank you to Fonz PR. Thank you to Fantastic Fest. Next year we want to be on every red carpet. I'd love to see the movie because I still haven't seen VHYes. I really would like to.
Oh,
it seems
then we
very
could add more too about.
I could have said, it's so funny. Yeah, that's why I haven't been saying like it's a must-see movie. I haven't actually
because
seen it.
We're not liars.
I'm not a liar.
Yeah.
But that also makes it hard doing questions on the red carpet because I talked to two of the kids in the movie, like who I wasn't prepared to talk to, and I also haven't seen the movie, so I couldn't even be like, your character's funny or your character's whatever.
Yeah.
So this final interview is 31-year-old me talking to two youngsters, don't know their ages, but Mason McNulty and Rahm Braslaw.
Okay.
And they were charming gents, and I hope we're going to be seeing a lot of them in more movies and this movie.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna play it after. I'm playing us out right now. This is the end of the podcast.
Right. I know. That's why I'm saying I'm setting up the interview.
I'm just telling you. Okay. I'm just telling you how it's gonna go.
I think I was saying that.
Well, I feel like you made it sound like they were about to play right now, but they're not.
Oh, I thought
because
we were done.
I'm wrapping us right now.
I was wrapping.
Yeah, but I'm saying like bye. I want to say but I want to wrap us like by saying thank you for listening to Heavy Friending. Like we're cool. Like bring it back to us a little bit. I think because it is our podcast at the end of the day.
I know, but I think what you're doing is unnecessary.
Good
I think
PR.
We were there.
I'm doing good PR. Public relations.
Oh.
Hey, how are you? I'm Joe.
Who are you? I'm Mason.
Mason and Rob?
Yeah.
Good to meet you. I'm Joe. I host Heavy Friending. It's the #1 friendship-based podcast in Austin, and that's absolutely true. But I don't have any proof of that. But you take my word for that, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you guys, do you even know what a VHS is? I guess you've learned, because you guys are young people to me.
Surprisingly, I've actually known what it was before I got this. And when they changed it to VHYes, I was like, wait, VHYes? And now I call every VHS VHYes now.
Do you encounter VHSs at your age?
At my grandma's house when we go there for like Christmas and just visits, and like I look at them, I'm like, hey, I know that.
Did you grow up with VHSs?
Sort of, not really. Like, the first time I saw Toy Story, I think it was on VHS because my parents had it on VHS. But mostly I just watch movies on, what most people watch it on nowadays.
Like Netflix?
Yeah.
And do you have Blu-ray?
Actually, yes, I do.
Okay, because I feel like even Blu-ray now is not even that popular.
Yeah.
So if you, do you know some of the struggles that old people like me had to deal with VHSs, like how they didn't work?
The only struggle I know is about getting the tapes back in. That's about the only struggle I know.
Yeah, I know it's very hard to edit VHS films. And I also know that they're very delicate as well. Like, same thing with the disc. If you scratch it, practically can't watch it. If you break the film, you can't watch the movie that you're trying to watch.
So how do you guys feel about seeing the movie for the first time today?
Oh, I think it's going to be awesome, and I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
I really like it. It's been a long time because they had to do a lot of reshoots and stuff like that. But it's finally here, and so I'm really excited to see it.
I'm excited too. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to Heavy Friending.
Are we wrapping up?
We're rapping. We're rapping. Oh, rapping.
Bring it back now.